Oh, hi. Welcome to the Bethlehem United Church of Christ Detective Agency. I'm Detective Margaret. My specialty is Bible mysteries. That's right. Occasionally, characters from the Bible come to me and ask me to help them solve cases. Psh, who am I kidding? They call me all the time. I've got some pretty wild cases under my belt. Just the other day, I had a guy named Adam who had a missing rib, and it turns out his wife had it all along. Lately, my caseload has been overwhelming, and I need more detectives to help me and my team, and so I enlisted the help of my senior officers to recruit more detectives for our agency. That's why you're here, as recruits. I have several cases I need you to help me solve. With each case you solve, you will move up the rankings. Hopefully, you will be named Bible detectives by the end of the day. Are you ready? Let's do our first case. Case number 1. Let's see what we have here. Okay, dear Detective Margaret, I am a farmer. I planted seeds all over my field, but now it is harvest season and the crops have only grown in one section of the field. I am certain I spread the seeds over the entire field. Please find who or what is stealing my crops. Y'all, I know exactly who this guy is. It's the farmer from the parable Jesus told in Luke chapter 8. Now remember, a parable is a story that teaches a lesson. Sometimes it takes a good detective to really figure out what the lesson is in a parable. And it just so happens that parables are some of my favorite mysteries to solve. Now, let me tell you, the detective life is all about chasing down clues, examining the evidence, and do you know the best place to find clues about parables? The Bible, that's right. So let's do it. Let's look at Luke chapter 8, verses 4 through 7. Senior advisors, will you please press pause and read Luke 8, 4 through 7 to our recruits? Okay, there you have it. I think I have a good idea about what's happening to our farmers' crops, but let's take a look at the evidence. Senior officers, will you please locate and open the evidence case number 1 file? Show our recruits Exhibit A. Okay, Exhibit A, take a look. This is not a good place for anything to grow. There's no soil there. It looks like the seeds just got stepped on or eaten by birds. There's nothing amiss here. Senior officers, pull Exhibit B. Okay, recruits, take a look. Okay, I spot a teensy bit of soil under all those rocks, but it sure doesn't seem like enough soil to help a plant grow. My best guess is that the rocky ground is not very deep, so the seed can't get enough water to grow up. It looks like the plant just withered and died on its own. Tragic, but no real crime here. Senior officers, Exhibit C, please. Now this area had a lot of potential for some growth, but if you look closely, you'll spot the suspects. You see those, right? Thorns, that's right. They no doubt choked anything that started growing. By the time the farmer got here, all the plants would have already been dead. Senior officers, come on, one more, Exhibit D. Now, look at this, kids. This is some good soil. This is the only place where the seeds could have thrived. That's why the crops are only growing in this part of the farmlands. Well, that solves the mystery of the missing crops, but I still have no clue what any of this means. There must be more to this case that meets the eye. Let's dig a little deeper and see what it says in Luke chapter 8, verses 11 through 15. Senior officers, will you please locate your Bibles and open and read Luke chapter 8, 11 through 15. So wait a minute. Jesus wasn't really talking about seeds and soil. Let's review this evidence again. If the tiny seeds represent God's words or what's written in the Bible, then the different soils must be talking about our hearts. So if our hearts are like Exhibit A, the path, that's like someone who has a really hard heart. They hear God's words, but they don't let those words sink in and change them. It's almost like the words bounce off their hard hearts, like the seeds that fell on the ground and bounced on the path. Someone with a heart like Exhibit B, the rocky ground, would really like hearing about God's words at first, but they don't try to know more. So their understanding of God is limited and not strong enough to stand the test of time. And Exhibit C, the thorns. People with this kind of heart hear God's words, but they ignore God and give all their attention to other things. So, Exhibit D, the good soil. That's where the crops grew. And that's because it was the perfect environment for that tiny seed to take deep roots and grow into a big plant. So if our hearts are like the good soil, that must mean we are taking in God's words, letting them sink down deep inside us, and doing what we can to practice what we hear, and therefore growing our relationship with God. It's all about spending time with God. I love God, but I've been wondering, how do I grow closer to God? How do we grow closer to God? By spending time with God. Case closed. Whew, you guys did great. One way to become a better detective is to watch other professionals work. Now, by watching others work, we can learn how we want to do our jobs and maybe how we do not want to do a few things. Take a look at my friend, Detective Carl, as he tries to solve a mystery.
Hey, you cool if I sit here? I'm in some trouble.
Why?
Why? Well, I stole the president's ring. It's worth $4 trillion. And it's all mine. That is, unless he catches me.
Who?
His name's Detective Carl. He's the best in the biz. His one passion in life is to catch bad guys. Bad guys like me.
Not you though, huh?
No, he's not gonna catch me. I'll be on a plane halfway to Tijuana by the time he catches up. Sorry, what was that?
I said your flight's been canceled. Detective Carl, nice to meet you.
Oh no, I knew you were the best.
The name is Detective Carl. I'm a lone wolf, a man on a mission, or my captain might call a loose cannon. I only love three things: solving mysteries, fighting crime, and of course a lukewarm hot dog covered in ketchup and sweet relish. There's a lot of strange stuff happening out there, and it's my job to figure it all out, and I won't sleep until I do. But for now, I need to go see the captain.
Morning, Beardface.
That's Captain Beardface to you. So, you got the president's ring?
Does a koala bear have fingerprints?
I have no idea.
Of course they do. When are you gonna give me a real challenge?
Be careful what you wish for. Here,
What is this?
local college kid, Andrew Applebottom.
Bottom.
Detective, please.
Sorry, so missing.
It looks like it. His friends are really worried.
So why me? I only deal with the most complex of mysteries.
Well, that's the thing. His friends said he just
Just what?
vanished. No one has seen him in a week. I'm gonna be honest with you, Detective. This one's a weird one.
I don't know, Captain. Seems like someone else could be doing this.
Well, it's either that or garbage duty.
I'll take the case.
Oh, and by the way, Carl,
Yeah, Cap?
they found this in Andrew's car.
Huh. A clue. Oh, Cap, this is for you.
What is this?
It's my gum wrapper. Bye, Beardface.
Here we are, the home of Andrew Applebottom. Nice house, nice neighborhood. Makes me ask two questions, though. Where did Andrew go? And why am I so hungry?
Oh, you're here? Now listen. The dog doesn't bite, but he does like to hug you aggressively with his teeth sometimes. And you have to feed him every hour or he'll eat the couch again. And if you're worried about his barking, he'll stop eventually once he falls asleep. Good luck.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
Oh, yeah, right. And here's the keys to the house, and the mop is in the kitchen closet.
No. I'm the detective. I'm looking for Andrew.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find someone to watch his house and his dog. Do you have any leads?
Nope. Like a turtle without a shell. I have nothing. Can I take a look inside his car?
Oh, of course.
How long have you known Andrew?
We've grew up together since we were kids. It's all just so sad.
When did he start jogging?
I don't know, like a month ago. How did you know he jogged?
These socks. The stench is the smell of a morning runner. Too stinky to be an experienced jogger, but not clean enough for normal wear.
Wow, you're really good.
Y'all went out for fast food last weekend in this car. 4 cheeseburgers, 4 small fries, and 4 sodas. Sorry, 3 sodas, 1 milkshake, and it was chocolate.
How did you know that?
The trash and the receipt are right here.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Looky here.
What is it?
It's exactly what I was looking for. It says, to grow, I'll need to spend more time with.
What does it mean? Spend time with who?
Well, let's see. Well, I guess we can close this case. Andrew's obviously spending time with his dog. But his dog is here. And in order to spend more time with his dog, he must... That's it! He's playing hide and seek! I solved the case! Wait, why'd you do that?
God. I think he's saying to grow, he must spend more time with God.
What makes you so sure?
Because there's a Bible verse written right above it.
Oh, yes, of course. I wonder what that means. 1 second.
Yes, Carl?
Captain, I need your help. What does Luke 8:4-15 mean?
Let me see. Looks like a Bible passage. It's a parable from Jesus about a farmer that plants seeds. Some seeds fell, and the birds ate them up. Some fell on rocks and died, and some fell on thorns, got choked out. Other seeds fell on good soil and grew very strong. That's all I got, Carl.
Got it. Thanks, Cap.
So what do we do now?
Well, what I thought was going to be an open and shut case is turning out to be a little more, mysterious. I'm going to follow these clues and I'm going to find Andrew. Or my name isn't Detective Carl Louise Beethoven Barncart.
Wait, is that really your name?
On the case!
Okay, recruits, let's get back to work. The second case is not going to solve itself. Case number 2. Let's see what we have. Okay. Dear Detective Margaret, I am a wealthy man, and I am going out of town. I left some of my workers in charge of some bags of gold. Could you keep an eye on them for me and let me know if anything fishy goes on? Man, I know this guy. He is the man from the parable Jesus told in Matthew 25, verses 14 through 29. Recruits, where do we go when we need to lay down some facts about parables? That's right, the Bible. Okay, so now, senior officers, will you grab your Bibles and read Matthew 25, verses 14 and 15 to our recruits? Okay, so now we know that the wealthy man gave his gold to 3 workers, and we know how much each worker got. The first worker got 5 bags of gold. The second worker got 2 bags of gold, and the third worker got 1 bag. So now it's time for a good old-fashioned stakeout. Senior officers, will you please grab the evidence for case number 2 and pull out Exhibit A? Okay, recruits, let's look at Exhibit A. The first worker. Interesting. Didn't he start out with only 5 bags? Now he has 10. I'm seeing double. So he went from 5 to 10 bags. Officers, let's look at Exhibit B. The second worker. Remarkable. He also doubled his gold. He went from 2 bags to 4 bags. Exhibit C. The third worker. Wait a minute. What in the private eye world? This worker dug a hole in the ground and buried his bag of gold. Now he's covering it up. It's officially a buried bag of gold. I'm not at all confused by any of this. Are you kidding me? I'm perplexed. I think we better go back to our Bibles and get some more clues. So what does it say in Matthew 25, verses 20 through 29? Senior officers, would you please read it for us? Well, that explains a lot. Exhibit A and Exhibit B, the first and second workers, are seen as faithful because the wealthy man could depend on them to put his gold to good use. But Exhibit C, the third worker, is seen as lazy because he chose not to put the gold to good use. He just hid it. You know, I've been wondering, how can I serve? How can I be of help or use? And this story is getting me to thinking. You and I also have gold. Our gold comes in the form of special talents, abilities, skills, and traits that God has given to each and every one of us. It could look like enjoying helping people to do work. It could be having a green thumb with a garden full of beautiful flowers and delicious fruits and vegetables. It could be being a really good person or an artist or a helper. Being really good at explaining things to others is another gift. Easily showing kindness toward all people. There are so many talents out there. God knows everything about us, inside and out. You are one of a kind, and God has given you a unique combination of gifts according to how you've been created. So there's no need to be jealous of someone else's gold. Just like the workers in the parable, our job is to use and grow our very own gold. Even if you feel like you only have one thing that's special, it's still gold. It looks like I didn't have to look too far to see how I can serve. I got to use my gift of detective work to serve. Likewise, all of us can use our gifts to help God and serve others. I'm glad I finally got to the bottom of that. And that's another tip for you, free of charge. So, recruits, how do we serve? By using our gifts. Case closed. Now, rest your brains and watch Detective Carl continue to search for Andrew.
The name is Detective Carl. I'm a lone wolf, a man on a mission, or my captain might call a loose cannon. I only love three things: solving mysteries, fighting crime, and of course a lukewarm hot dog covered in ketchup and sweet relish. A college kid named Andrew has gone missing, and it's my job to find out what happened to him. Let's get to it. On the case!
All right, in order to find Andrew, I need to take a look into his room.
Of course, right this way.
This is a nice room. Does he usually keep it this tidy?
Not usually. He's been better about picking up after himself. Watch out for that skateboard.
What's that? I meant to do that. So, does it look like anything is missing?
No, I couldn't find his wallet. He usually has a guitar in here, and that's missing too.
Interesting. How long has it smelled like up dog in here?
Up dog. What's up dog?
Nothing. What's up with you? I'm sorry, but have you noticed anything strange about Andrew lately?
He's usually in a bad mood. He's been in a better mood lately. Now that you mention it, he's been a lot busier.
Busier?
Well, not busier, I guess. He's been doing different things than what he normally does. Like, he used to skip class with us and go to the mall and go shopping and just have fun. He's just been doing different things lately. He's been carrying this around a lot.
A Bible? Has he always carried this around?
No, just recently.
Interesting. Is this his computer?
Sure is. Do you think there's a clue on it?
It could. He hasn't been answering his phone, but with the help of this computer, we could probably find his location. Aha! I found it.
Really? Where?
Hold on to your goldfish. We're going to church. Thanks again.
Watch out!
Church, huh? From what I've heard about Andrew, church is the last place he'd ever be. Skipping class, grumpy attitude, and a habit for leaving skateboards where people walk. This Andrew was bad news. Or was he? Either way, I was beginning to feel like I was heading in the right direction.
Excuse me, sir. Do you work here?
Yeah, I do. Taylor, Pastor Taylor. I work with the young adults here at Waffle.
Excuse me, did you say waffle?
Yeah, Waffle. Waffle Church. You know, because we love you waffly a lot. Get it? You know, because Waffle.
Very cute. Now, do you know an Andrew Applebottom?
Sure I do. He's a great kid.
When's the last time you saw Andrew?
Last Sunday, because I remember him saying he loved the story of Matthew 25, the parables, the bags of gold.
All right, bags of gold. Finally, I'm detecting a motive for his disappearance. Got it. Now tell me everything you know about these bags of gold.
Well, it's a parable from the Bible. A wealthy man gathers his servants and gives them gold to take care of while he's gone. Some got a lot of gold and some got less. Anyway, some servants used the gold for good and made even more money for their master. But one, he buried the money. When the master came back, he was happy with the two that did something with the gold, but, you know, not so much with the other person who chose to do nothing with the gold. The story encourages us to do well with what God has given us. That's basically it. Pretty much all I know.
Interesting. Do you know how long snails can sleep for?
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure up to 3 years.
Aha! You do know more. So I need you to give me more information on Andrew. Tell me everything you know.
I'm not sure if this is a good idea because I really don't even know you.
Listen here, Pastor Tater Tot.
It's Taylor.
I don't care. Only thing I care about is finding out where Andrew is. So the way I see it, you have two options. You can tell me what you know and go about your day here at the Pancake Palace,
Waffles.
or we can do this the hard way.
What's the hard way? What in the world?
You're probably wondering where you are. And to that I say,
Interrogation room number 4?
what? How'd you know that?
It says it right there on the door.
Who do you think you are? Some type of wise guy? Let's see how tough you are after this.
That wasn't my hand.
So Andrew's last location, can you guess where?
The church?
Wrong, the church, wait. Oh, yes. Yes, the church. But what I find interesting is that Andrew's never been to church before. His friends and family claim that he suddenly began to go to church, started reading his Bible a little over a month ago. They also say that this is very out of character for Andrew. Then apparently his guitar and valuable belongings are missing. So I ask again, Pastor Taylor, where is Andrew?
I don't know, but I know where his guitar is.
Huh?
It's at the church.
You're the culprit. Deputies, arrest him.
No, you got it all wrong. Andrew left it at the church.
Why would Andrew bring his beloved guitar to church and leave it there? Answer me that, preacher man.
Do you not know? Andrew's been volunteering at the church for like weeks. We found out he could play guitar, so we asked if he would want to serve on the worship team. And he was so excited to be involved, everyone there loves him.
Okay, well, what about his other belongings? Half of his clothes in his closet are missing, and his money, gone. Explain that.
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but he's donating a lot of stuff to those in need. I bet that's where it all went.
This doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Andrew's one person, then changes his whole pattern and disappears?
I really don't know why you're even talking to me. You should be talking to Billy.
Billy? Wait, who's Billy?
Billy's Andrew's best friend. For the past month, he's been spending a lot of time helping Billy. Find Billy, I bet you'd find Andrew.
All right, I gotta find this Billy. If I find Billy, then I find Andrew. Then I close the case. Ouch!
Can I leave now?
Yeah, you're free to go. Not really. Just kidding, you can go. Psych. You can go. No, you can't. You can go. Don't leave. You can go. Go, get out of here. You got it. Stay. Okay, no, for real, you can go. Now I'm one step closer to finding Andrew. One step closer! Why is there a skateboard here?
Recruits, you are doing awesome. You're halfway to earning your status of official BUCC detective. We have 2 more cases to solve. Let's get started with case number 3. Let's see what we have here today. Okay. Dear Detective Margaret, I believe something horrible has happened. There's this priest who got into Jericho 5 minutes ago. I heard a conversation where the priest said he saw a guy on the road who had been beaten up pretty badly. From the way he described it, it sounds like robbers did the deed. It doesn't seem like he reported it, but I knew I had to say something. Detective, it might be worth looking into. This case needs you. Man, this sounds awful. Recruits, does this sound like a parable you have heard? Maybe the one Jesus told from Luke chapter 10, verses 25 through 37? I haven't taken any cases near Jericho for a while, but something about this one is tugging at my heartstrings. We gotta take a look. Let me call up a buddy of mine over at the Jericho police station. See if he's had any luck on this one or knows anything. Hey, we got a tip down here about a robbery in your area. They've come across the scene already. I see. Okay. Would you mind to send those photos over to me? Great. Thanks. Much appreciated. Yep. Okay. Bye. I expect we'll receive those photos in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right on time. Let's see what we've got. Exhibit A. This must be the scene of the crime. The chalk outline shows where the man was attacked. Don't worry, my gut tells me he's still alive. Okay, let's look at Exhibit B. Okay, I see 2 sets of distinguishable footprints. One of them probably belongs to the priest my client overheard. The other set, definitely belongs to a Levite. Don't ask me how I know. I do this for a living, folks. My instincts tell me that they are not the ones who robbed the victim. But can you believe it? These 2 people saw a wounded person and just left him there. They didn't even report it to the proper authorities. They may not be guilty of the crime, but I'd say that they are guilty of not caring for a fellow human. Recruits, let's look at Exhibit C. Interesting. A 3rd set of footprints accompanied by a donkey's hoofprints. And that's no ordinary donkey. Those hoofprints are unique to the donkey from Samaria. This means the footprints must belong to a Samaritan. Looks like they approached where the man was lying and, let's look at Exhibit D. Wow, these are strips of cloth, probably used as bandages. I bet if we examine these under a microscope, we'd find traces of blood and some healing oils. The Samaritan must have performed some basic first aid on the victim before hoisting him onto his own donkey and taking him to... Based on the angle of the sun and the direction of the hooves, yep, they're definitely headed toward a hotel down the road. That hotel is our best lead. Let's give them a ring. Hi, this is Detective Margaret over at the BUCC Detective Agency. I'm working on a case. I need you to confirm our victim's whereabouts. The victim was likely brought in on a donkey with bandaged wounds and accompanied by a Samaritan citizen. Just what I expected. Yep. Okay, thank you, sir. I was right. And the Samaritan not only continued to take care of the injured man, but also paid for all of his expenses. Can you believe it? I mean, of course I was right, but could you believe the Samaritan cared so much for a stranger? That to me is an even bigger mystery. Let's do some digging. Senior officers, what does it say in Luke chapter 10, verses 36 through 37? Incredible. So the Samaritan had mercy or compassion for the injured man. That means the Samaritan really cared about what the man was going through. But if you notice, he didn't just feel bad for the guy and say, "Oh, poor injured man." He took action. What actions did the Samaritan take after seeing the man lying there? He showed he cared by actually taking the time to stop what he was doing, help bandage the guy's wounds, and bring him somewhere safe to recover from his injuries. That answers the bigger mystery. We could have passed on this case, but we took the time to study and crack the case. The Samaritan could have passed by the injured man like the priest did and the Levite did, but he took time to care for the guy. I can't help but relate this to how God sent Jesus to live on earth with us and spend time with us and get to know us. He cared for the people on earth. Before Jesus died, he didn't just live a normal life on earth. In fact, Jesus shared meals. He attended weddings. He washed people's feet. He healed the sick. He spent time teaching people about God and so much more. That goes to show how important it is to God that we spend time caring for each other. So, how do we show we care? By spending time with others. The big idea does it again. Today's mystery is solved. Spending time with others is how we show we care. Good work, recruits.
The name is Detective Carl. I'm a lone wolf, a man on a mission, or my captain might call a loose cannon. I only love three things: solving mysteries, fighting crime, and of course a lukewarm hot dog covered in ketchup and sweet relish. A college kid named Andrew has gone missing. It's my job to find out what happened to him. Let's get to it. On the case! So Andrew was still missing. He was like an elephant at church service, nowhere to be found. I was reaching the end of my rope. This case was getting the best of me. Andrew had gone missing, and I felt like I was closer than ever to cracking the case wide open. I felt like it was right there. So close. So close, I could almost smell it. It smelled like a piece of candy?
Well, there's no time to waste. On the case. All right. Andrew's last location was the church. The pastor said he'd been leading worship and donating money, even his clothes and time to the church. And the pastor said if I wanted to find Andrew, I needed to find Billy. Billy was Andrew's friend and he'd been spending a lot of time with, but who is Billy? Let's see what we can find out about him in Andrew's journal. Let's see. That's it! Gum! Score! All right, let's see. Here it is, Billy Sullivan. Next to it says neighbor. Is Billy his neighbor? They live next to each other? All right, let's see what the internet says. All right, first we find Andrew on social media. Find his close friends. Lots of friends. Good for you. Let's see. Billy. Here! Billy Sullivan. Interesting. No profile picture. Let's do a search for Billy Sullivan. The same school as Andrew. Similar classes. Yada, yada, yada. Aha! Wait, this can't be right. It says Andrew, Billy's friend, isn't really Billy's friend? It says Billy and Andrew have had some tough moments. Billy picks on Andrew, makes fun of him. Well, it looks like Billy the buddy is more like Billy the bully. But the question remains, if Billy is a bully to Andrew, why is Andrew hanging out with him so much? It's time to get to the bottom of this. To the core! I'm not sure what was supposed to happen there. Okay. Well. Here we are at the house of Billy the bully. Let's see if he knows where Andrew is. Looks pretty dark in there, but I bet.
What do you want? Ah!
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Are you Billy?
What did you call me?
Please don't hurt me. I'm just looking for Billy.
Nilly!
Billy?
Philly? You want a cheesesteak?
No, sir. I'm just looking for someone. Is your name Billy?
My name is Reginald Ulysses Pottertuppin. I'm no Billy.
Fiddlesticks.
Easy on the language, butterscotch. Only Billy I know is the one that hangs out with the boy next door.
Andrew?
Yeah, he lives next door. They hang out all the time. She parks her car on my lawn.
Who's that?
Billy! She seems nice, but if she runs over my daffodils one more time, I'm calling the post office. She doesn't live here, though. She lives down the street next to the park.
Thanks.
Ah!
Billy the Bully's a girl? And she's not his neighbor? And I just walked through Reginald's daffodils? Man, I do not feel like a good detective right now. All right, there she is. Billy the Bully. Deep breaths, Carl. She won't hurt you. Just ask a couple questions and then get out of there. Don't be scared.
Oh, hey.
Okay, I'll leave.
Oh, okay. Can I help you?
Yes, you can. You're Billy Sullivan, right?
Yeah?
Sorry, I'm Detective Carl. I'm looking for Andrew.
Andrew? Oh, he's not here.
Oh, that's too bad. What did you do with him? I mean, do you know where he is?
I'm not sure. He's always running around doing something, that guy.
Let me ask you a question. Why don't you like Andrew?
I like Andrew. He's a friend. At least he is now.
What do you mean now?
Well, to be honest, I used to be pretty mean to Andrew. To a lot of people, actually, I used to be kind of a bully. But
But what?
honestly, Andrew's helped me a lot lately, and we've become friends.
He's helped you?
With schoolwork. He found out I was going to fail my class, but he offered to help me. He saved my whole school year, honestly.
Wow, that's amazing. I just don't understand.
Don't understand what?
Why would Andrew help you? I mean, no offense, but you were a bully to him. You've hurt him and embarrassed him. It makes sense for him to never talk to you again, let alone help you not drop out of school. It makes no sense, and now, ow, my head hurts.
That's what I thought, but then he called me his neighbor and things got better between us.
Wait, he called you his neighbor? That doesn't even make sense. You guys don't live next to each other.
Yeah, but I didn't understand it either. Then he told me something about a good Samaritan and he gave me this.
Luke 10, 25 through 37. What does it mean?
You're the detective figured out, mop face? Sorry, I'm still trying to stop the whole bullying thing. From what I remember, Andrew told me it was a Bible story. All about who's our neighbor and how do we love them. Basically, it starts off as Jesus telling a parable about a Jewish man. And he's walking down the road and he gets attacked and hurt. And he's all alone on the side of the road, but then a priest comes along and ignores him. And then another person comes along who also ignores him. And then finally a Samaritan shows up, and even though their families don't get along, the Samaritan still helps the Jewish man. It's pretty cool.
Wow, that's a fantastic story, Billy. Do you have any other information for me, though?
That's all I've got, you big, beautiful person.
Nice save.
I've found Billy. I've got a cryptic message, and I made a new friend named Reginald. But somehow I still feel like I am no closer to finding Andrew than I was when I got the case. But something tells me that I'm on the right track. Now to put all the clues together. But first, a snack.
It's good ice cream. On the case!
Recruits, you have solved 3 cases today. You have 1 more case to close before you can be promoted to detective. Sadly, it seems like a slow day. I've been waiting for the phone to ring. Hopefully something will happen. Hello, BUCC Detective Agency.
Detective, one of my sheep has gone missing. I don't know what to do. Wait, there it is. I found it.
I'm glad they found their sheep. Hopefully we'll get a good one. Hello, BUCC Detective Agency.
I've lost a coin. I've swept the entire house trying to find it. Oh, just kidding. I found it. Bye.
Guess they didn't need our help either. Well, let's see. 3rd time's a charm? Okay, I guess not, but, Well, do you know what I like to do on slow days like today? I pull out the cold case files. That's right. These are the cases that haven't been solved. This one, it's a case about a missing son. Do you remember Jesus' parable in Luke 15? Senior officers, would you please read Luke 15, verses 11 through 16 for the recruits? All right, senior officers, pull the evidence and let's review the facts with our recruits. Take a look at Exhibit A. The father. He complied with his younger son's request for money, but not just any money. The money the son wasn't supposed to get until after his dad died. Look at Exhibit B. The younger son. He took his dad's money, ran far away, and spent it all. He was last seen eating food given to pigs. Where is he now? I have no clue. Let's look at Exhibit C. Okay, the older son. No hard facts about him, but he doesn't seem too concerned about his missing brother. The case has been weighing on me for some time now. Since we have some time on our hands, who thinks we should give the dad a call to see how he's doing? All right, I do too. Let's give him a ring. Hello, this is Detective Margaret from the BUCC Detective Agency. I was an investigator hired for your son's missing case a while back. I thought I'd call and check in with you, see how you're doing.
Hey, Detective. Sorry, it's a bit loud over here because of the party. My son just came home and we had to celebrate right away. It had been so long since he left, but I love him so much that I never lost hope. Then, what felt like 1,000 years later, I saw him walking down the road in front of our house. I was filled with so much compassion for him that I ran to meet him and gave him the biggest hug and kiss I could ever give. He said he was sorry and didn't deserve to be my son anymore. What did I say to that? It's time to celebrate! My older son wasn't really happy about that, if I'm being honest, but I wanted him to hear his younger brother's story and share his story too. So much has happened since we've been apart, there's a lot to talk about. I'm sure he'll come around, but for now, I'm just happy my son is back. And we're throwing the biggest party of the decade. Anyway, sorry you spent all this time looking for my son, but you can officially close the case of my missing son. Thanks for checking in, Detective. Stop by the party if you'd like.
Wow. All I can say is, wow. That dad is an inspiration to us all. His love and patience for his son goes above and beyond. This truly reminds me of God's big love for me, you, and everyone in the world. It's as if the dad was telling me, remember, you are loved too. It's actually no mystery at all that hearing someone's story could remind me of God's love. What a spectacular way to make someone feel loved. That's it. I need to tell more people about Jesus and what God has done for me so that I can show love to others. They need to hear about how Jesus' love is changing my life so they can feel the love too. You too have a story to share because you are loved by God and you can share that love with others. So how do we love? Sharing our story is how we show love. Case officially closed. Today's mystery is solved. Sharing our story is how we love.
Let go of me, clowns! Man, it's just a dream. Man, this case has really put me through the ringer. I'm tired as a horse on a treadmill. I really should get back to the office and get these clues together. On the case! Nope. Ow. Legs are asleep.
The name is Detective Carl. I'm a lone wolf, a man on a mission, or my captain might call a loose cannon. I only love three things: solving mysteries, fighting crime, and of course a lukewarm hot dog covered in ketchup and sweet relish. A college kid named Andrew has gone missing. It's my job to find out what happened to him. Let's get to it. On the case!
I know the answer is staring me in the face, but I can't see it! Let's break this down. Andrew, an antisocial, bullied college student, goes missing. We find out recently that Andrew started going to church, where he started helping on the worship band, but apparently started to donate money and other things to people in need. I then find out he's hanging out with a bully named Billy, who's actually not a bully at all. They're friends. Allegedly, but that makes no sense. Why would someone be friends with someone who used to bully them? And Andrew called Billy his neighbor, but that's not even true because they don't even live next to each other. Then Billy gives me this cryptic message. What does it all mean? Where is Andrew? Why can't I find him? I'm losing it! Wait, what is this? A sheep, a coin, and a man. Luke 15, 1 through 32. That's similar to the message Billy gave me. Wait a minute. The first day of the investigation, I found 3 letters that spelled out God with a verse address connected to it. And a drawing of what was it? A seed! Then the next day, the pastor mentioned a story that Andrew liked. Where was that? Matthew 25, bags of gold. Then the following day, Billy gave me this Bible address which she got from Andrew. And now I have this. What could it mean? I can't believe it. I'm really hungry. On the case! All 4 of these passages have similarities. They're all spoken by Jesus. I know Jesus. Jesus is the Son of God who lived on earth all those years ago and taught everyone that God loved them. He even died and came back to life again. All to show us that God forgives us when we sin and disobey. In Luke, the parable of the Good Samaritan, Jesus tells us how to love our neighbor. And when we hear neighbor, apparently that means anyone, not just people you live next to. So if Andrew was obeying Jesus and loving his neighbor, that would mean, I got it. So here's what happened. Billy is a pirate. She was convinced that the local church had buried treasure, hence the drawing of the seed from day 1. And the pastor also mentioned bags of gold. Then she convinced Andrew to join the church and become part of the community, hence the worship team and donations. Then Andrew read about the Good Samaritan. Billy took that as a clue to fly Andrew to Samaria against his will. Then, once he's there, he will buy a sheep with a coin to find the man with the buried treasure. Boom! Nailed it! Case closed. Ha ha! Oh, femur. I have it! I cracked the case. Oh man, the captain's gonna love me for this. I can just see how it's gonna go.
I can't believe it, Detective Carl. You solved a case once again that no one else ever could. I cannot believe how incredible you are. Not only just with solving cases, but with everything you do. Even the way you breathe is exceptional.
Thanks, Captain, but I couldn't have done it without you.
Really?
No, I was just trying to be nice. I agree with you that I am incredible.
Well, you are. I hope you enjoy this $50,000 bonus and free pizza for life.
Wow, it sure does feel good to be me right now.
Good job, Detective Carl. Good job, Detective Carl. Good job, Detective Carl.
Wow, that's gonna be nice. All right, well, let's get going. I gotta fly to Samaria. I need my bag. I need my soup. I need my medicine. I need my comfy hat. I need my comfy sweater. I need my glasses. Where are my glasses? Oh, they're on my head. All right. I'm ready to go. How's it going? Good? Wait a second. Andrew? The Andrew? Andrew? The Andrew that's missing? You can't be the Andrew. This can't be real. You're supposed to be in Samaria on a sheep.
Who are you?
Me? I'm Detective Carl. For the past 4 days, I've been looking for you. Your family and friends reported you as missing.
I haven't been missing. I'm fine.
But your friends and family haven't seen you in over a month.
Wait, I think I might understand what's happening here. Go ahead, take a seat.
So wait a minute. You never went missing?
Well, I'll be honest. For the past couple years, I've felt alone and unhappy and just kind of sad about life. But that all changed when I started reading about Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah, when I started reading the Bible, my whole life changed. I was happier and healthier.
How?
Well, think about it. Jesus thinks about us a lot.
Well, how in the world do you know that?
Well, the Bible gives us a clue. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son." God loves us so much, all of us, so much that God sent Jesus to us. Not to condemn us, and that's a relief because I was feeling pretty bad, but to save us. Now that I'm forgiven and Jesus is someone I can depend on, my life can be lived differently. Jesus invites us to love those who are hard to love, to give up things that mean the most to us, to share our gifts and our stories with one another. I haven't been missing Detective Carl. I've just changed. The old Andrew that everyone used to know is now gone. I've been made new through Jesus. So yeah, people may not be able to recognize me like they did before.
So wait, all the clues, all the Bible verses, there wasn't actually treasure?
Nope, they were just Bible stories that helped me grow into who God wants me to be.
You were never going to Samaria?
I wasn't planning on it.
And Billy is not a pirate?
What? No, of course not.
Wow, that's amazing. So God really transformed you to a new person, huh?
Sure did, and it's the best news. Detective Carl, have you ever wondered what God thinks about when God thinks about you?
You know, I've wondered about that. It seems like God loves us a whole lot. I'm glad you weren't going to Samaria, and that you could be here to tell me about all the cool stuff that's happened in your life lately.
I feel bad. I hope you didn't go through too much trouble trying to find me.
Nah, it's all right. It's all part of the job.
All right, good.
I mean, I did buy a one-way ticket to Samaria and it cost $3,000 and it is non-refundable.
Ouch.
That's all right. I'll just make sure the captain pays me back. But honestly, Andrew, I appreciate you telling me about Jesus and all his teachings. I want to talk more about it. Do you have time for a trip to Samaria? Or Starbucks? Either works.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. How about Friday?
Perfect. I'll see you Friday. Now, I gotta figure out how to get my Samaria money back so I can figure out the mystery of how to pay for my Frappuccino.
Well, there it is, folks. Case closed. Andrew is never really missing, but somehow it feels as if we solved so much more than just a mystery. Every clue pointed us back to who Jesus calls, not only Andrew and myself, but everyone to be. I guess it goes to show that no matter who we are and what we've done, Jesus loves us and helps us grow, serve, love, and care for others.
Captain?
Well, Carl, a koala escaped from the zoo today, and the mayor is asking for your help. What do you say?
Well, Captain, I'm not sure if I have the right qualifications for the job. Are you there, Captain?
Yep.
All right, I'm on my way. On the case.
Recruits, you are amazing. You have solved 4 cases. I think it's official. I'm ready to promote you to official detectives with the BUCC Detective Agency. Congratulations. Senior officers, will you please reward each of your recruits with their official badge and equipment?